Good evening and welcome to Prime of Midlife. This evening we are talking strikes, more particularly the Royal Mail strike. Because when I was at the radio station today, the posties were on the picket line, which was just across the road. So we took them some cake and I spoke to them and said, I'd quite like to do a video about this and actually put out what is happening, not what the government or the mass media are saying. Because at the moment, as far as I can hear, all we're getting told about the Royal Mail strike is they're holding us to ransom, the Royal Mail's losing $1 million a day, blah, blah, blah. So I got in touch with the person who was leading the action there, and they put me in touch with their, now let me just get this right, because obviously as I normally do, I do like to tell you who I'm speaking to and whatever, where I get my information from. So the information I'm about to tell you is from Tam Dewar. He is the CWU Divisional Rep for Scotland. Now there's about 10,000 members of this union in Scotland with in various places. And when he was on the phone to me, I said, the first thing I have to ask Sam is it just the pay? Why are we on strike? Is it the pay? And he said, it's not only the pay, it's the terms and conditions that they're wanting to change. And I was like, right, excellent. Let me, give me the information and I will put it out there as best I can. So seemingly, Royal Mail have got plans to radically alter the way parcels are delivered. What they want to do is they're trying to compete with Amazon. And they're trying to start everything later in the day and finish everything later in the day. Now, that's by at least 2 hours later, so if your last delivery of parcels from the Royal Mail is at 4:30, which means, we'll all get it at work, so it's great for businesses, because there is nothing more irksome than when you get a note from Amazon when you're in the office going, your delivery will be at 7 o'clock at night. That is no use to me whatsoever. So if I want to get something to an office, I always go Royal Mail, because that's what happens. It gets there before 5 o'clock. No. What they're now suggesting is using Kinross as a basis, Kinross in Scotland. Just now the last delivery is 4:30. Then what they want to do is they want to change it and move it to 6:30, because they want to compete with Amazon, who do later. I'm like, you're not Amazon, you're the Royal Mail, you're the reliable place to get the parcels done. And plus the fact, isn't that the whole point of people who join the Royal Mail is they're early birds. Everybody knows the Royal Mail's early. And then he told me about the sick pay. Do not even at me about this. Now, I checked with him twice on this one. What they're wanting to do is they want to change the way sick pay is paid. At the moment, they have full sick pay for 6 months, half sick pay, or full pay for 6 months if you're off sick, and then half pay for the next 6 months. And that's great if you've, proper damaged yourself or something, or if you have a couple of flus, you'll be fine. Now what they want to do, what they're saying is that they are looking to give statutory sick pay for a second absence. I'm like, what? So this is statutory sick pay is less than £100 a week. So you're talking £400 a month to pay your utilities, pay your rent, pay everything because you're off sick. Now, if you're trying to get universal credits or whatever because you're off sick and you're on statutory sick pay, which is what the excuse every employer gives you, how long does it take to get universal credits? It takes forever. But no, Royal Mail says, but we cannot possibly think of giving you a pay rise without you doing these terms and conditions. Now, I checked with Tam, and he says if I caught flu in January, I would get my full pay for the 2 weeks I was off. If I then caught flu again in June, I would be on statutory sick pay. That is not on. Just not on. Then, new start to be paid 15% less than people who are there already because they don't feel that they're getting paid the correct amount, they're getting overpaid by 15%. Like, away and behave yourself. Who do you think you are? They are fighting to get a pay to allow them to live in the world that we are in just now, where inflation has risen to 9.9%, which I'm quite sure it's not, because I think they're just making it that so I cannot say 10. And they're saying, well, no, you have to do that. And at the moment, what they've done is they've said, we'll give you 2% now. They've given 2%, and they're like, look at us, we've given 2%. We will give you another 1.5%. Like, really? Much difference is that going to make? It's totally risery. It totally is. So they will give another 1.5% if everyone agrees to the conditions. And these conditions are that new starts get less than 15%, get 15% less. They get statutory sick pay if they have the audacity to be sick twice. Really? And no more early starts, because what we're going to do is we're going to put you out later and you'll work till 6:30. Really? In Scotland. The big thing about the Royal Mail is it goes everywhere. It's a standard service. It goes everywhere. Have you seen some of the roads in Scotland? And plus the fact, it gets dark here at 3:30 in the winter. And if you are a female postie, which there are quite a few of now, I cannot guarantee your safety on dark roads at night in the snow. But no, the Royal Mail thinks this is a good idea. Let's have everyone working in the dark. Don't be stupid. The worst bit, I hate that word, because it's not a word. The worst bit is they made £750 million profit last year. 400 million of that went to shareholders. And they can't give them a rise higher than 3.5%. Are you having a laugh? The biggest shareholder, who is some European techie company owner, got £5 million. £5 million to one guy because he owns shares. He's not even part of the company. And we're telling them we can't keep them, we can't pay them sick pay. Then, Chief Financial Officer got a reward because they made a profit. Is that not their job? Gets a reward of 1.1 million. The Chief Executive got a reward of 300,000. And yet if we, the normal people, if your normal postie that delivers your mail asks for a pay rise, he has got to change his terms and conditions. No. He should not have to change his terms and conditions. He has been hired to do a job for a price. Now that price no longer covers what is required for him to do that job. Exactly like the Royal Mail are bleating that they need to raise charges, they had to put the price of stamps up, they had to put the price of parcels up. Well, now you have to put the price of wages up. Because you can't be saying, oh well, we're putting prices up everywhere, but oh, it's staff, no, we're not paying staff more. They deserve more. They agreed to do a job for a price that allowed them to heat their home, feed their children and have a life. Not to be begging on hands and knees to get some crumbs from the shareholders' tables. So, the next time you hear some stupid ass person saying on the TV that, oh, we are being held to ransom by militant unions, maybe go check your facts out. Because, see all this stuff, this is what's happening now. Every company just about is going, oh well, if you want a pay rise, there has to be a change to terms and conditions. No, there doesn't. There needs to be stopping all the cream getting taken off from the top by people who do nothing but expect us down at the bottom to work our asses off while they sit and take all the benefits. No happy about this, can you tell? So, I am going away to stop shouting in Patrick's sitting room, because God bless him, he's sitting there in the corner quietly and has not done anything to me yet. I was expecting a cushion coming or something with the noise I was making. But yes, please do inform yourself about the strikes, because this is not just the Royal Mail. Check every strike and see, and I'll almost guarantee you, every single time they ask for a wage increase, employers ask them to jump through more hoops. That has to stop. That's my job. Pay me what I'm worth. No more jumping through hoops. Now, I'm going to go and have a quiet Saturday night, and I will catch you later.
Yay!